from the bottom of the barrel, New York down to the Thames. See, I got on the apparel, championhood check, Yankee for the check. Done so much for rap, they wanna thank me in the rec. Kept boom bap alive. I hustled in the ghetto with goons that survive, real fathers that provide. Break barriers, trying to reach farther than the skies. I thought that was the limit, keep harboring the lies. Yeah, keep harboring the lies, yo. And why they go to extremes, they keeping the knowledge from us, institutionalize and keep pushing college on us. They only teach you what they want you to know, then they hit you with a diploma like some honor bestow. We misguided, the truth to the rich hided, the war between upper and middle class then ignited. The cipher is a circle, and my cipher is six-sided, a hexagon. They all impressed by my lexicon. Yo.
What's really hood, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Dandara, a.k.a. the Coquito Papi. I'm here with none other than my brother, Mr. Macho. Macho, what's really good, baby?
What's good, brother? How you doing?
Listen, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. We're going to talk some MLW. I enjoyed the show. I'm going to say that. And there's not much of the show that I really wanted to go through like that. And I was more impressed with something that happened towards the end that I was like, I think we should tailor into this more. Now, your boy Gringo Loco was back. I knew you were going to do that.
No, that man's going to send me a personal fucking email and be like, yo, why are you coming at me, though? That's fine. I didn't have to look at Simon Gotch's fucking flabby butt, so I'll take it.
All right. We also had and I thought it was a little interesting that Calvin Tankman, the Injustice comes out, kind of reference a little something, and let's go back over here and get blifted. I thought that was interesting. But with all that being said, our guy Daivari, the Iranian super soldier, is number 2 on the list now. Number 2. So he's moving up the board. That's something that we said we're going to keep talking about. Every time we do one of these, the Iranian super soldier is always going to get love, even if he doesn't wrestle.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Absolutely.
Daivari. Keeping it real in MLW. You know he's the dude. He's the man. They need to treat him with respect. Put a belt on that man.
Joseph Samuel, I don't know what he's seen in him, but whatever he's seen, he packaged him here, and I am all in. Contra Unit's own Iranian super soldier is doing his damn thing. But main event, Hammerstone versus La Parka, LA Park, whatever people want to call him. Great match. Really enjoyed it. I kind of like Los Parks sitting around, not doing a lot of crazy shit, but interfere when they had to just to pull the referee away.
A little shade doesn't hurt.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, that's what you're there for. If we a crew, I'm going to be there. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, Hammerstone does come out on top of this match. I'm cool. I'm like, all right. I'm a Hammerstone fan.
He earned it.
1,000% he did. I'm a Hammerstone fan. I'm good with him retaining. I guess he thought things were lovely. Mil Muertes comes out, devastates him. I mean, like, slamming his head into the mat, thugging and bugging. He then decides to say, you know what? I guess, 9/10 of the law is possession. Grabs the title, hands it to Salina De La Renta, and this is our title now. Your take on the main event and Mil Muertes and that title no longer being in the possession of Hammerstone.
Well, I mean, Hammerstone kind of earned it. I'm going to be honest. Like, he ran his mouth earlier. He did. He was cutting promo, talking a little trash. Said him at, 50%, whatever, he'd take anybody. He wrote a check, and Mil Muertes cashed it. Actually, specifically, Salina cashed that one. She said, okay, cool. We'll see how you feel about that.
She told him that's cute. She said,
that's cute. That's cute. And, you feel really good about yourself. You come out off a match with Kruger, and, he's a little distracted with the Contra situation. That's fine. Be cute. talk crap. He's gonna realize eventually, like, she's not the one. I'm all about it. And Mill didn't have much to say except just with his hands. He just put his hands on that man, slapped him around a little bit, flattened him, took his belt. It's now Mil Muertes' belt, which means it's now Salina's belt. And if he wants that belt back, he's gonna have to say something real thoughtful to get it back.
Now, we were saying we wanted to see Mill with a belt.
Yep.
And I think we said this like last week, actually. He technically has a belt now. It's probably going to lead up into this being a legit match for a title. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know, but that's what in wrestling this usually happens. Here's the crazy part. They keep teasing the Azteca Underground. Once again, they put the thing on the show, said AztecaUnderground.com. Last week, it was limited with two things that I have talked about prior. I went on it this morning, and it had Aerostar being teased to coming along to Azteca Underground. His AAA work is amazing. I've seen him in Impact Wrestling. I've seen him in Lucha Underground. This is a legit, superstar.
He can go.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. So if you're adding him to the roster now, you got all of Los Parks. Yeah, Mir Muertes. We still don't know who El Jefe is, Dario Cueto. We don't know. But on it, it was saying that they actually bought out Los Dorado Promotions Dorado is now just Azteca Underground, which we kind of get because Salina De La Renta has been working with El Jefe. Salina De La Renta seems to be making all the right moves, and I'm not sure that MLW is prepared for what's happening, because if they're getting their guys and they're lining up their army.
Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again. People need to respect her savvy, okay? She doesn't waste her time making offers that she can't back up, all right? If at any point in time she sees this, let me know, all right? We will be more than happy to ask you in the most respectful of ways how you feel about the state of MLW and what's in store for it. We would love the opportunity. I know they have their own specialists for journalism. No comments. I'm not even gonna. There's no point having that conversation. But long story short, hey, as a respected journalist, as the most professional podcaster in this business, I feel like absolutely you and I should be more than privileged to have a conversation about the goings on in MLW, what's going on with Azteca Promotions and all the rest of it. Like, they want to know. People want to know. We want to know. So, hey, we'd be more than happy to clear up our calendar to have that conversation. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a very smart, savvy woman. She probably enlightened us to a lot of things. We have no problem listening. We would be more than capable and happy to do so. That said, eventually, I suspect and I suppose, in probably 6 to 8 months' time, people are going to realize that they shouldn't continue to play games with Miss De La Renta. And if things continue the way that they are, who knows? Maybe we'll get some more information about El Jefe, if indeed that is who we think it is, and her involvement with Azteca. Just my 2 cents.
Oh, no, absolutely. I keep trying to tell people, if you pay attention to her role in MLW, she went from just a hot valet to pretty much taking over all of MLW to now starting what we are seeing, which feels very Lucha Underground-ish with Azteca Underground.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their wording is the same. They got a lot of awesome tributes to Azteca culture on AztecaUnderground.com that I really enjoyed today. I was like, wow, this is super dope. They're talking about a bunch of, different things I'm not going to say because I'd rather them go on and you people,
Yeah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, go check it out. They've got a link. Find the link. Check out MLW to know what we're talking about and get caught up. I mean, it's not hard. It's at your fingertips. And, maybe I start following her on Twitter a little bit and see if I can ask her a couple of questions.
Dude, I follow her. I love her to death. She's an absolute savage, and I mean that to the T. She's also going to be doing LFC, where she's fighting Katie Forbes. I think on the 23rd, I want to say, and I know it sounds funny, but it is for the booty champ title, which is this sick dookie rope chain, and it's got a dope medallion, and I want her to rock that so bad because as we see, everything Salina De La Renta touches the gold, and I mean she's got that Midas touch, obviously. So listen, I'm fired up. Everything she's doing is working. I don't think people are really paying attention enough to how much her value is at MLW. I think people are stuck looking at names like Muertes or Hammerstone or Jacob Fatu. Like the work that she's putting in and the attention that she's bringing into MLW is nothing short of fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just me being real. She is killing the game. She's building a power unit that has crazy lineage. If you're a La Parka fan or not, that guy has been doing his thing since way back. Now his kids are running the game. Muertes was killing in the Lucha Underground and AAA, and so was Aerostar. Like, she just keeps bringing people in, and everything she touches turns to gold. I mean, what can you say about this woman that, I mean, and listen, I'm a huge Contra fan. Contra is my group. I love Contra Unit. Joseph Samuel is the man. He talks, I listen. I love what he's doing. But
Look,
there's a difference.
For me, I'm becoming more of a fan of her style of promo and her management style, period. Okay. So, you know, if she is the face of Azteca Underground, I'm cool with it. I'm good. I'm a fan. Like I'm gonna be that guy. All right. She is an amazing, a huge preference to the Filthy Crew. You know how I feel about them. I'm not a big fan of them. All right. I want the Von Erichs to just stomp them and be done with it. All right. And I got respect for Contra, as long as they got my boy the super Iranian soldier. You know, they're always gonna have my attention. But she's changing that game for MLW in a way that nobody else is. All right. And she's putting together enough pieces where she can make a go and just assert dominance. So, you know what? Holding it down for just everybody who enjoys it. I look forward to where she goes with it and how she does it.
I mean, my brain keeps going every time I watch a show with this Aztec Underground thing. And from what it seems like is they're grabbing up all the titles, right? If they win them or not, they're taking them. How dope would it be to have their Aztec Warfare or Azteca Underground show where if you want your titles, you got to come to the temple. So you're going to have them do kind of like a Lucha Underground thing where MLW guys are going to have to go there, try to win their titles. And then at that point, and I don't want to act like I know everything, but I think this would be so dope as this is how we find out who El Jefe is. They go to the temple, and this is where you find out who El Jefe is. And at that point, whatever bloodlust happens and people get stomped out and beat up. And listen, if you've ever watched Lucha Underground,
the gods demand blood.
Yeah, my man Dario Cueto was nuts. You want to talk about straight up bonkers? That's Dario Cueto. They tried to shoot that dude. That man he's on a different level of gangster.
I hope it turns out to be that. Like one way or the other, like it feels like it is. We won't know for a minute. But I mean, yeah, maybe we try our hand at reaching out to Miss De La Renta and see if she would grace us with an interview.
We just want little tidbits. That's all we ask. Like,
yeah. The fans want to know. We want to know. You know, I think these questions definitely deserve an answer if she's inclined to give it. So I will make some efforts, some inroads to reaching out and seeing if she's willing to have a conversation with somebody from that camp, even if it's not her, to talk about it. And, you know, maybe, who knows? You know, People are willing to talk. It's a new age, right? You can just get on your tablet, your phone, or your computer and have a conversation. It's easy, you know. And we're very respectful over here.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're not like Mrs. O'Toole who likes to instigate. We're not instigators at all.
No,
right?
no. And it's
No.
the one thing when I reach out to talents, I tell them, and I always tell them, if you'd rather listen to an interview that we've done, I'll send you a plethora of all the interviews of talents that we've talked to, male or female, and you can understand when we do this, this is just us talking. When we talk to talents, it's completely different. We protect everybody. We keep it where everybody is safe. Nobody gets in trouble. We understand the game. Somebody like Salina De La Renta, not only I love the fact that we're seeing a female dominate an entire promotion. I don't remember the last time I've ever seen this before, where a female at this level, like a female could take over a women's division, and you're like, okay, like Gail Kim did it, Awesome Kong did it, you know, Charlotte Flair did it.
The closest might have been Lucha Underground.
Yeah, but you still had Cueto there, you know, doing his thing. Where over here, first off, you hit it off the head last week where it feels like the Wild West. We don't know who is running MLW at the moment. Like, you could hear a name, or you could see, well, Court Bauer or this guy or that person is running MLW. You never see them.
One of their champions is putting out open challenges in the locker room. Like, I'm like, it is the Wild West.
We never see them. They never on TV. We got more time with who's the guy you like that does those infomercials?
Oh, the lawyer guy. That guy kills me. I freaking love him, dude.
Something new. Stephen New?
Stephen New? Yeah.
Like, you know, like, we see him talking more than we see management. We don't see management at all. And we don't see an authority figure of anybody who's stepping involved with people getting jumped, people wanting title shots. It's just Wild Wild West. Dude. So when you look, you're like, Salina De La Renta is running MLW.
I mean, she may be the force to, you know, put it on lock, you know? And exactly. I'm going to be honest, maybe it needs it.
Oh, for sure.
It definitely needs a little law and order. Maybe she's the person to bring it.
Well, it'll be a whole different law and order if she does it her way.
And, you know, she got Mill and the Parks. I mean, Mill's got enough muscle to make people listen.
Dude, the way he came in and just wreaked havoc on Hammerstone, I was like, there's a difference between wrestling and wrestling fighting and thugging it. He just mauled him. Like, there was not like, let me throw him off the turnbuckle with a clothesline. You know what I mean? Like, there was none of that. This was straight up, I'm going to beat you where you lay, and I'm going to just pound you out. And I was like, whoa, Mirwettas just went ham on him. So she has all the right pieces. I mean, I don't know how old La Parker is, but he still looked phenomenal against Hammerstone.
Dude, she essentially has a top shelf trios team and Mil Muertes at any time.
Yeah.
Just to get her point across.
We now see Aerostar being teased through MLW and Azteca Underground. So it's not like this is not a thing. It is a thing. You know, like, and I'm pretty sure this is not the last of who we're going to see neither. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Laredo Kid might get tired of losing and be like, I'm joining her.
It might be a smart move. I'm going to be honest. But hey, you know, this is a fair amount of speculation on our part, and I would feel remiss if I didn't point out that this is some speculation. Mind you, we're pretty good about our speculation.
Very good.
We've hit some of these things on the nose a couple of times, so we're not terrible at this. Now we just need to kind of get some confirmation, I think, like, so we don't feel like we're just like checking out the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, just like, is this what we think it is? Is that the shadow of what I think it is? Is that an Aztec temple shadow in the background? Like,
you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to cut a segment of us where we were talking about Salina De La Renta, throw it onto Instagram and tag her in it, and then be like, we really want an opportunity just to chop it up with you.
I think that would be good. I mean, all due respect, I don't necessarily want to interview Mil Muertes because he's a large, scary man.
I
I
really
would be
don't
worried
want my
about saying the
IP
wrong
out
thing.
there.
Yeah, I don't need to get squashed out like Hammerstone. I'm good. I don't knit like I used to. I'm not a spring chicken.
No, no, no. I
Um,
don't. At this point of our game, when we hurt for a while.
all right, so that's good. But like her, I feel like she's definitely the savvy of the unit, and she's got some
Also,
plans.
she's Puerto Rican. We're Puerto Ricans on a Puerto Rican podcast. I'm I'm just saying. If you won't do it for anything else, let's keep this Boricua. You know what I mean? Like,
There you go. Got to represent.
you
Why
know,
not?
and listen, we're just we don't want to have to throw out the Boricua thing, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to try to bag somebody up. You
All
know what I
right.
mean? Like,
I just followed her on Twitter. I'm a send her a little something a little later on. When we finish chopping this up, maybe I just throw the link her way, see how she feels about it.
dude, I'm telling you, she's so entertaining. She does not care. It's no F's given ever. And I enjoy the hell out of it. She recently did something where I think it was like a drawing competition versus her and a poop. And she just gives her the business all the time. You know what I mean? And I know, listen, I know I'm chopping up the girl's name. It's all out of love. You know what I mean? Like, take nothing away from Alicia.
You only haze the ones you love, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, and all jokes aside, because if we do these kind of shows and it's all serious and geekified, like we act like nerds on this person's this person's that. It's corny. We try to make you guys laugh and entertain you guys. Alicia too is killing it. She just did an interview, I think, with Stephanie McMahon. She's got huge interviews all over the place. Like, that girl is doing it. Am I a fan? No, I am not a fan. Is she great at what she does? Absolutely, or else she wouldn't be doing what she does. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's zero hate to that. So when I say Alicia a poop, it's just because I'm a fan of Salina De La Renta. I'm joking with the joke. There's absolutely nothing but respect for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these talents, we got nothing but respect for. It's just the way the game is. But if we sit here and we talk to you and we just trying to act mad serious about everything, I won't enjoy doing these no more because I won't have fun. If I'm not having fun, I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit there and I say, well, that guy sucks, or just because maybe I'm just not a fan.
It's just how you feel about it. It's not
It's
based
just
on
how I feel about it.
any factual anything. It's just that's where it's at.
Absolutely.
Every time I talk crap about Simon Gotch, Duke can wrestle. He can go. All the respect in the world for his ability. I'm just not a fan. He's a heel. I'm positive he gets it. He's going to catch some heat now and again.
Oh, dude, if you look at how some of these fans talk to these wrestlers, right? Me saying a poop or you saying Simon Gotch sucks is like the nicest shit ever compared to what some of these people. I mean, you know how they talk about these people, like if they're the worst things ever. This person's a scumbag. Like, you don't even know these people. Like,
they're hardworking professionals. Get a grip.
Exactly. Like, I don't mind people that go a little crazy, but just don't go over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, trust me. I know you're not a fan of Oliver Jordan, I think his name is, right?
Yeah. He's got time. He'll prove me wrong eventually. I'm fine with it.
Listen,
I'm just too old to really get into the whole I'm young and dumb and full of energy. Like, I ain't got that energy anymore. So that's somebody else's demographic. The kid can wrestle, respect. Outside of that, his antics, he needs to get off my lawn. Okay? Young man, get off my lawn. All right,
how do you feel about Richard? How do you feel about Richard Justice? I mean, Richard Holiday. Richard Holiday. Sorry,
Holiday.
I was thinking Injustice and Richard Holiday.
Yeah.
Richard Holiday.
I kind of dig him. Like, there's something about him that just it's very entertaining, right? The man's got a huge ego and a really big self-centered streak, and I'm fine with it. As long as he backs it up, cool. All right. He gives me. I can't place the what it is about him. Like he's reminding me of somebody, and I just can't remember what it is.
Can I cut you off real quick, and I might throw something at you?
What?
So the other day, I'm watching it, and I got my wife who has not watched wrestling in a while. I mean, probably like 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching MLW, and she's walking by, and she's like, "What are you watching?" I said, "MLW." It winds up being where Richard Holiday is talking shit to Alicia Atut in that backstage promo where he's like, "Yo, you're beneath me. Like, why would I ever lower my standards for you?" Wife looks and she goes, "Who is this fake ass EC3? And why isn't that girl not just slap the shit out of him?" And I was like, "That's Richard Holiday." And she was like, "He sounds like a bird." And I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "Love, two things for sure. One thing for certain." I said, one, that man did his job because you walked out your room and you hated that guy immediately and you've never even seen
Just
his
like
work.
that. Yeah.
Just
That
like
quick.
that. I was like, so he did everything he was supposed to do. I said, two, I said, EC3 is one of the most notable people right now that we know in the game. And if he could make you think that he's on his level, he just did two things to you right off the bat in like 12 seconds. And listen, I don't know if she'll watch this one. Hopefully she'll check out before 2 minutes, 25 minutes and 44 seconds. But what I did not say then, I'll say here because I'm married and I don't want to get one upside my head. In my mind, I was like, damn, man, my wife is a salty ass biatch right now. Like, because she goes, man, he still sucks, and walked away with that lame ass, like, I just gave you a whole spew of how dope that was, and you hit me with that salty bullshit. So, love, that was some real salty bullshit. I'm letting you know. But if you watch this, I was only playing.
Liz, don't listen to him. You give him the business, okay? You tell him however you got to tell him, and when he gets out of line, bong, okay? Te quiere rompio, okay? Just bong. He gets out of line, just whack him. All right? He knows what's good for him.
I mean, listen. I apologized already. As soon as I finished what I said, I apologized.
You're going to get in trouble. Hey, this is why I'm not married anymore, okay? Like, I clearly couldn't handle the responsibility of not getting slapped upside the head. That said, look, I dig it. I can see what you're saying. Kind of sort of like that EC3 kind of swagger, that I'm better than you.
Yes.
The one that MJF really struggles with. I don't know. Something about MJF. I'm never convinced that he thinks he's better than anybody. I mean, he comes off well. He draws nuclear. Good for him. I just feel like
he can go in the ring too.
He can go in the ring. He's just a bird.
Listen, I don't know why. I love Richard Holiday. I'm a fan. I won't lie to you. And I don't like wrestlers like that. Like, yeah.
But
the only one
legit. You're breathing rarefied air when you're in this person.
Dude, yeah, like I feel it. Listen, the only arrogant, like, rich person gimmick that I could say I was a hardcore fan, and it's my all-time favorite wrestler, is the $1 Million Man. He was like the guy who did that. EC3 I was a fan of, but EC3 is different than Holiday and MJF. Like, he talked about the money, but it was more his arrogance. Richard Holiday feels like a yacht club member who could kick your ass. You know what I mean? Like, he's not the yacht club member where you walk in and you're like, oh, look at these bunch of rich guys. I'm going to go pimp slap one of them and they won't do nothing. He seems to be the complete orange to the apple where if you slap him, he's ready to slap you back. So, Richard Holiday, I'm feeling you, homie.
What did we learn here today? We learned that Mrs. Atut really gets no love on this podcast. That's fine. We learned that if you got swagger and you make it work, then you make it work. Big aside, I want to see Holiday in some more matches. Like I get him cutting some great promos and he's good at it, but I needed him to get in the ring and mix it up some more. So I want to see him basically back up. Like having a belt is great. Keeping that belt and letting people know why you have that belt, that's what I want. Okay. Same thing with anybody who's got that belt right now. You have it, defend it. All right. Don't be a punk. Don't sit there on the side and shine it up and I know he got it up. I know he got it from Savio Vega in extenuating circumstances. Whatever, it's yours now. Keep it, protect it, defend it.
Now, do you think Richard Holiday bags up Alicia Atout?
Oh, I'm positive there's something between the two of them. I don't know what it is. Like, it feels very sort of like, and this is going to date myself, very like Moonlighting, very like Cheers, where like they look at each other, they have nothing but disdain for each other, but something about it, there's something that they do like about each other that they're just not willing to admit to either themselves or each other. So who even knows where that goes at that point? But they're both lying to themselves. It's fine.
I'm with it.
She digs him, he digs her. They're never gonna own it. Even Hammerstone was like, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he knew what was up. He knew what was up. He was like, "Come on, dog. I know what's really good with you guys." So now. I think we can end with this one. Where is your man Tom Lawler?
Really? That's my dude now?
Well, no, I mean, I know you don't like the guy, right? Like the whole Filthy Crew and all that. They did Filthy Island. They're like on the run or MIA or on the lam. I'm not sure, so I figured I might ask you because I don't know. I can't ask me. I don't know, so I'm asking you.
If the gods are good, they'll get caught, thrown in jail, okay, do some time, make some restitutions, because they're shysters, okay? They're shysters, they're a bunch of con men. They can fight, but, they're just terrible people, man. Like, there's nothing good about them. I don't like them at all. Nothing. Nah. Especially Lawler. Like, he's just a terrible, terrible person. And I hope the Von Erichs kick the crap out of it. I hope they get their hands on him. I really do. I've never been more big up on Texas than I am with the Von Erichs. I want the Von Erichs to just stomp a Texas-sized hole in him.
Okay.
I can't stand that dude. God.
Is it just him or is it the entire group?
Him in particular, but that whole crew can catch it. Dude, they came after my dude ACH when he's hurt. Like, I'm a big ACH fan. You may not be, but I like ACH since back in the day with the Ring of Honor and stuff. So I like ACH. All right, he can go like nobody's business. But they gonna sit there and pull some bullshit and jump him? Nah. They can, him and the Von Erichs, ACH. I hope they kick the crap out of him. That match I want to see. And then I want to see if Hammerstone's come back after that belt and have Mil Muertes smash the shit out of him. Those are the two matches that I want to see. Dude, Make it happen, MLW.
I think that's what we're getting. I think we're getting Mil versus Hammerstone. I think Mil goes over because, I mean, let's face it, Hammerstone's been great. He's done a great job with the belt.
How you going to get somebody as big as Mil up to do that move? His finishing move? Mil's kind of big, B.
That's a big dude. No, I'm saying
that's
Mil,
a
I think,
big
win.
dude.
I saying like Mil wins and adds more gold to that group.
I'm saying I'm not doubting Hammerstone can go, but I don't know if he can slap his finisher on fucking Mil. Mil's a big dude.
But Hammerstone is huge.
Dude, I mean, yeah, he's a big guy. Like, he's a real big guy. But, like, to be able to slap that finishing move on Mil, he better be at 100% for that. Like, I don't think he's cutting it.
If he pulls that off, that's going to look nuts.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see him taking that belt back from Mil anytime soon. He better heal up and rethink his life.
No, excuse me, I'm a little tired. If Mil wins that belt, Los Parks has the tag belts. If Aerostar comes in and takes the belt off of the money weight,
Mm-hmm.
Azteca Underground owns every belt pretty much in MLW outside of the IWA with Richard Holiday.
Yeah. Which, you know, he can hold on as long as he can find a way to like cheat for it, but that's fine.
And I mean, I would love to see Jacob Fatu versus Mill. I think that's a down the line pay-per-view kind of thing. But
I don't know who's going to take that belt off of Fatu. I really don't.
Fatu is a beast. He's on a different level than damn near 90% of the wrestling world.
I mean, he's a champ for a reason, right?
Like, let's be honest with you. Let's just go over the champs right now. Him versus Swan.
Well, before we even get to that, he's going to wrestle Tankman soon, and Tankman's a big boy. He's quick too.
But he goes through Tankman though. I think that Tankman has a good showing, but Tankman's too new so far. He's not established yet.
He can shock the world. I just don't think he will.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, we had this conversation. I know it drives you nuts. I'm a Tankman fan, and I didn't like the other big guy in a different promotion. You think they have very similar move
styles,
sets, let's say.
Yeah,
styles.
Very similar stylistically.
Styles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, say you stuck both of them in a lineup, and you're on the other side of that, one-sided glass where you can see out and they can't see in. If you look at Calvin Tankman, and then you look at what's the other guy's name that I'm not a fan of?
We don't got to bring him up, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so that guy who we haven't seen in WWE for a while, who looks like a gangster?
Without profiling here, either one of them. If you put a cap on them and a hoodie.
Wait!
Like,
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to run into either of them in an alley if I owe somebody money.
I'm just saying, because one of them is always smiling like life is great, and the other one looks like he's in a grind and he has to get what he has to get to survive.
I mean, granted, I'll give you Tankman has more like, hard grind to him. You know what I mean? Yeah, some chips. He got some chip in his shoulder, but that chip ain't gonna save him from Fatu.
No.
All right, Fatu is the grinder. All right, you throw people in Fatu, and he just fucking chews them up. I think Fatu's gonna keep that belt for a minute. I can't think of too many cats who can take it off him.
I mean, there's only two in MLW right now that I think do that, and I think that's Mil Muertes or Hammerstone.
And I think Hammerstone's got an axe to grind with him, but I don't think it's for the belt. Although it could be. You know what? If he can't take that belt back from Mill, maybe he goes after Fatu for his belt.
I mean, but like I said, with Fatu, if you put Impact champion, he runs through Swan with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you put him against Kenny Omega, I think he bodies Kenny Omega.
Maybe. I think that's a tighter match than most like to give credit for.
Okay. ROH, who's their champ? I don't even know.
Current? Which belt would you say that?
Oh no, Gresham.
Their pure belt?
Champ, right?
What's that?
Gresham is the main champ.
Yeah.
I think he runs through him, and I like that guy.
Okay. I mean, Gresham giving up a lot of size to him.
And let's not act like Fatu isn't athletic.
He is. I mean, he's not the submissionist that fucking pardon my language. He's not the submissionist that Gresham is.
No, but I don't think he's as aggressive enough to be in that kind of atmosphere with someone like Fatu. Fatu is 100 miles an hour of running.
Yeah. I mean, the bell rings and he goes. Is it Roosh? It might be Roosh.
Oh, I don't even know.
Because if it's
him,
Roosh,
he gets ran through too.
I mean, Roosh ain't a chump, but
He gets ran through quick. It might be the fastest loss of all these names we've thrown out so far.
Yeah, I mean,
What about him versus your hero Roman Reigns?
Oh, Roman's is the head of the table. Roman's going to eat and kill everybody who comes after that belt. Nobody takes that belt from Roman but Roman. Dude, he's choking cats out now. He's literally added submission to his arsenal. Like, who's got anything for Roman?
I think Jacob Fatu versus Roman.
I mean, like if anybody could put a hurt on him, it's probably somebody with his size. Because let's be honest, when it comes to heavyweights, all heavyweights aren't created equal, right? So, yeah, anybody in the light heavy, I think Fatu will just smash. But Roman's a fight. Do I think he could take Roman? I think that's a 50-50 fight.
Okay, that's fair.
Like his finisher versus Reigns' finisher versus their styles. Styles make matches. That's a match I would watch.
Well, his finisher I thought was the Superman punch.
No, he uses that still. He's got a spear and a punch, but like he's got a choke out now.
Spear. Yeah.
No. For like a couple of months now, he's been using a front naked choke.
Oh,
yeah.
So Roman actually might become one of my guys if I never could sit through a freaking WWE event.
Yeah, he does a front naked choke with a grapevine, and he just squeezes and torques until people they're out. He don't even wait for a tap. He just cranks.
Go to sleep, little Susie.
Exactly. Fatu? Yeah, Fatu's got that. Fatu could go. For me, Fatu reminds me of like a Samoa Joe at the top of his game. Dangerous, mean, physical, gangster. Like Joe gets healthy again. That's my guy. Like Samoa Joe.
So I know the one thing I know about your tribal chief thing is one of your underlings has lost like 10 fights in a row.
I mean, he's reaching.
Is it just the Usos and Roman Reigns?
It's just Reigns and one Uso.
What happened to the other one?
He's out on injury.
Oh, okay. So Contra Unit would just run into WWE and stomp out your tribal chief and his crew.
He ain't got a crew right now. It's a 3-man stable, and Heyman's part of that stable. You know what I mean? Like Heyman's just handling business. So
Joseph Samuel will put a hurting on Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman doesn't fight. We know this. He's an advocate. Okay.
He slaps the ECW out of Paul Heyman.
Now, my hope is that they continue to go. I've told you this for a long time. I feel like Reigns is like the good like centerpiece for like a Samoa Syndicate type of deal. They get Joe back healthy. They get both the Usos. They have him. You know, give me a Samoa Syndicate and it's money.
Now you're expecting WWE to do something smart.
I mean, that's not what they're paid to do. They're paid to be creative, not smart. Smart people make money moves like De La Renta. Rich people who have too much money to waste make moves like Vince and Company and just give you Randy Orton versus John Cena 35 times in a row.
And make millions off
and
of
make
it.
millions doing it. It's gross. All right, I'm done clowning the Vince and Company. Fatu's the guy. He's legit. Do I think anybody can take him? No, I think that's a real short list. Or someone's gonna have to like come in, hurt him, and take that belt when he's hurt. Something. It's not gonna be a walk.
No. I agree, and I mean, like I said, I think it's leading up to Contra Unit versus Azteca Underground, or Contra Unit has to recruit outside to help against Azteca Underground, and I really want fans to understand we might see something we've never seen before, and to just pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, understand that right now there's partnerships going around in other companies that they're not even using partnerships. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
This, we can actually have a legit something going forward and enjoy it. We also, if you're a fan of what we talk about, please help us help you, like Jerry Maguire did. Help us help you and reach out to Salina De La Renta and see if we can all try to figure out if we could just congest her with, yo, come on this show. Let's talk some MLW. Whatever she wants. I don't give wrestlers itineraries. I never do. She'll be the only person that I'll say, you give me an itinerary and we'll ask you whatever you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just playing it fair. For myself, the big homie macho, you have to go to www.urbanwrestlingnetwork.com. Also, if you're a fan of comics, movies, trivia for Star Wars,
pop culture, anything, all of it, I got it. I got you.
Anything. Geek of the Week. It's going to be in the links. If not, just put Geek of the Week podcast. It'll pop up. They'll have links to everything. It's on all social media platforms. Literally, make sure you check it out. If you're a fan of any of those, you got to check it out. Macho is the I would say the brains behind everything, but he has an amazing crew.
And if you're feeling salty about anything we said, if your name is Simon Gotch and you're tired of me clowning you, take it up with my guy here. All right, the Boricua Dandara himself, Chef. All right, tell Chef how you feel about He's Easy to Find, because I don't do angry emails. All right, don't at me, at him. This is your guy right here. He handles all my heavy work, all my heavy lifting.
Listen, it's funny because I've had a few people who have gotten emotional, and I've had to be like, look, it's too bad he does not give a shit what you say. So if you want, you can keep complaining, and he will never care. Because why? Because he's done this. He understands how this goes. Even when he's right, he's wrong. Because nowadays, everybody wants to cry about everything. So
that's fine. We
don't care.
I like salty chips.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Deuces.